It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stay on this front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey, hey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, Erie County. Here we are again, Wednesday. It's a little cool outside, but that's okay. It is October, and that's why we love sweatshirts and sweatpants and your comfy pants. So yeah, I don't mind it. I don't like shoveling it. I don't like driving in it. It's cold and yucky, but there's nothing like curling up on the couch with your comfy pants, your big handmade throw rug, some popcorn, and your favorite movie on the big TV. So here we are. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got a lot of things going on. We are literally on. We have passed third base. We are past third. Hey Quinn, how's it going? Dawn, thank you. Everybody coming in. Linda. Like I said, I appreciate when you guys come in and say hi, because I can't see you in the room until you say your hi. Here, not say your hi, but say your hello. But yeah, Don, thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. We're Stan. I see a hi to Stan, but I don't see Stan. So he must be sneaking around in here building something. But anyway, wow, do we have some things to talk about? Wow, do we have some videos? Wow, because, the party of tolerance and joy and understanding is they have plumb lost their minds. I've got a video from my body cam that will just show you. Now, I can sit here and look in the camera, talk to you guys, and basically, tell you all this stuff, but the proof is in the pudding. And we show you videos from around the country, around the world of this demonic party of hate. Their hate has been driven to a new level of hate. I mean, and wait, we've played this one video. We're going to play it again because I want it to be ironclad to the people that watch this show, the haters that watch this show. Stan, thanks for Renee. Oh my goodness, we got everybody coming in. Thank you, appreciate that. It's nice when the weather gets kind of and it's dark at 7:30. Our numbers pick up because who wants to come in here and watch Shank when we can be outside doing cool, fun stuff? But it's time to do that. But yeah, the party of hate has demonstrated themselves over and over and over again. And of course, there was like, oh no, those are isolated incidents. That's just some blah blah blah. Brenda, do you have that video of the our fearless leaders and their hate? We want to play that again. If you've seen it before, go grab a popcorn. But I'm telling you, it just drives it home and it sets the stage. It's a segue to my body cam video that happened to me on the corner of 12th and State when the
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
So yeah, stop the hypocrisy. This is the party of tolerance and joy that they point fingers at us, and we're the gun toting white supremacists, and all this stuff that they love to call us. We were peacefully protesting, according to Erie News Now, out on West 12th Street. Now, Brenda, if you have that video, we were out there with our flags. Secret Service came out to us, said, "Hey, no problems here today, guys. We don't want any problems. Don't throw anything. Stay out of the street. No problem." And what was the last thing I said to that Secret Service agent? Thank you for your service. We had.
All right, everybody, it's Brian Shank. Just an update here from West 12th Street, right outside the Erie International Airport. We are out here, according to Erie News Now, we're out here protesting. Last time I remember protesting was kind of like First Amendment right. It's called the Constitution. I know Democrats don't like them, but that's okay. Our friends at Erie News Now are going to call us protest. So we're here protesting Erie News Now. So we're gonna go right down the aisle here and show all the 10 protesters. Yeah, 10. There's more than 10 people here, trust me. Yeah, 10. Erie News Now, and they're protesting. Okay, so here we are. Here's all our protesting, which is kind of falls under the Constitution, under your First Amendment right, the right to assembly. Typical Democrat-controlled news media trying to knock down the little guy and gals. So get out, share, like, and I don't know, do what you got to do to Erie News Now. But they want to call us protesters. Look at this. PSP is standing across the street. Look at that. Look at that cruiser. It's not on fire. It's not been flipped over. It's just sitting there peacefully with our state troopers standing here nice and peacefully, making sure that everybody is safe. Members of the Mill Creek Police Department out here, we didn't go over there and flip their cars over. We didn't set them on fire. And Country Fair, look at this. Amazing. It's not on fire. Again, Shank live from 12th Street, exercising our First Amendment rights, not protesting, showing that the Vice President is about the most useless politician I've had the mispleasure of ever knowing. So like we say on all Shank stuff, Shank out.
So that was our protesting out on 12th Street when the Vice President came into town. And just that stupid little Facebook Live, barely 2 minutes long, is at 8,000 views. 8,000 views. What did I do or say to strike, into the hearts of our fellow patriots, other than peaceful protesting? Typical media trying to smash the little guy and do all that bad stuff. Now, this sets the stage for later on that what happened. Anyway, that set the stage for what happened. I was standing on myself and a couple other people were standing, waiting for the motorcade to come by, and it was just peaceful. We're standing there. I put my thumb down. I didn't swear anything. I wear a body cam, and this is why I wear a body cam. I want you to listen to what this fine member of the Democratic Party said to me as he walked behind me. Brenda, please play the video. This is off my body cam. Why I carry a body cam. Wear a body cam. Now here he comes. Now listen to what he says.
Is that a threat? Is that a threat? You're going to threaten me in front of the cops. You're pretty brave. Gentlemen, I'm just standing here. You said you're lucky the cops are here. That's exactly what you said to me. Go. I'm just standing here minding my business. You're the one that threatened me. Wow. Lucky the cops are standing here. Woo! America's finest. Is that like recorded? Oh, and if you need it, so yeah, I got a body cam of that too.
Why do you wear a body cam? Why do you wear a body cam? Because this guy walks up behind me like a coward and whispers into my ear, "You're lucky the cops are here." I'm like, you're gonna threaten me in front of not half Erie PD, but a good size of the Erie Police Department. I wasn't bothering him. I didn't say nothing to him. I heard somebody come up from behind, so I swiveled back and caught him on the video cam coming up. Lucky he didn't have a knife or a gun. He would have just shot me in the back of the head. From the party of tolerance, this guy got up in my face, and and the video's a little bit longer. And I thanked the police officer, and I said, "Listen, I got a body cam on. If you need the video for anything, you let me know." He's like, "Don't worry, Brian. We got you covered. I got my cam on." But this is why you have to be diligent. That's why you have to go out. I'm not promoting any brand of cameras. You put a camera in your car. You put a camera on your house, because these people are going to lose their minds come November. I can't say November 5th because God only knows when we're going to get the results of this thing. But you better be prepared. You better be ready because if Trump wins, they're going to go ape shit. They really are. These people are going to come unglued, and the party of tolerance, that's all bullshit, that they've been threatening the president. They've tried to assassinate him at least 3 times that we know of. And the party of tolerance, because they hate Trump so much. They hate you people. They hate you. They hate me. They hate all of us because we don't agree with their bullshit. Because we fly an American flag. It's just not a prop. Got one in front of my house. Fly all the time, 24/7, lit. And it gets bad, I order another one. Help the economy. But I'm telling you, boys and girls, I'm telling you, men and women, you better get frosty. You better be ready. If you don't have a handgun permit, you better sashay yourself down to the courthouse. You better get one. If you don't have a ring or something on your house, then you have Trump signs on it, you better put a camera up. I carry a body camera when we're out registering people to vote. This is what we got to deal with. Brent and I sat through, we went through hours of videos of all the people and their dumb shit. And we decided to use the one where the guy literally got in my face. I mean, he was so close, the camera went out of focus. To threaten me, look, you the gups are here. You got something to say? I'm just standing there minding my business, man. I am exercising my rights. But they don't want you and me to have those rights. They want to tell you what to do. Bullshit. You people better be ready. Am I ready? I think so. I hope so. But if you're not, you better grab a couple cases of water. You better grab a couple cans of beans. You better have some extra tuna fish. You better have something to stand. Because these knuckleheads on the news have already stated they're not going to let Donald Trump be the president. There's a lot of things happening in Washington right now. Fences are being built, dirt's being moved. We have soldiers being moved around. You better be ready. I'm telling you. Please, God, hopefully I am dead wrong. I hope I am dead wrong on this. And we have a peaceful transfer of power, which the Democrats love to remind us. January 6th. This is how important Erie County is. We're down at the dock. I got it on video, but it was kind of boring. This guy walks up. He goes, hey, I really respect what you guys are doing. I really respect the fact that you're down here registering voters. You know, turn up, stop moving, head around. All right, sorry. So this guy comes up and goes, hey, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Getting people registered to vote. I said, okay, who are you? And he tells us his name, Steve, whatever. And he's like, well, I flew in from California. Really? From where? San Francisco. I lived in the San Francisco Bay. We had a nice chit chat. I'm like, so what are you doing here in Erie? He's like, well, I'm working for the Harris campaign. I said, you flew from San Francisco to dreary Erie to do voter registration? So I said, you're a hired gun from the Harris campaign to come to Erie with 270,000 people in it because they know they're losing their asses. They know they're going to lose Erie County. They know they're going to lose Pennsylvania. And that's why they are bringing guns in, not real guns, hired guns from California to spread their bullshit here in Erie. These people show up to your door, tell them to go fly a kite, go back to California and smoke some more dope, man. Because I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. That they're bringing people in from California, Erie County. I wish Harrison Dunn was here. Give me the numbers. How many registered voters we have in Erie County right now? Well, we have 270,000 people. There's I don't know what 90-some thousand in the city of Erie. Do the math on the rest and cut that. Maybe our numbers bumped up a lot. But yeah, I mean, this is the crap that's going on that you don't see. This wasn't shot from Cops TV. That was me. That was my body cam. That guy came up to me and threatened me because I was holding a Trump sign. The party of tolerance, the party of hope. I hope and pray she goes packing and take Tampon Timmy with you back to his little shitty little state, and he can deal with his problems and not bring him into the country. So, Dave, I'm sorry you called when you were when I was on my opening thing. Let me see if I can call him back. Slow, phone's being slow. All day. It's funny. I call somebody. They always call me.
Hey, Brian.
Dave, you are live with Boots on the Ground, my friend. Sorry, I was doing my opening rant with my body cam.
Oh man, I'm watching the aftermath of the Kamala disaster on Fox.
She had no choice. She had to do this. But it was going to be, I haven't seen it. I was busy. I went to, we had a budget meeting with Brent and Davis out here. So I was doing that, came home, sat down on my chair. My lovely wife had everything ready to go. So here we are. So what can I do for you, my friend?
Well, I was just wondering, I was thinking about the trip of Kamala here in Erie. I noticed, I think you also noticed too, that our illustrious mayor greeted her at the airport.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah, and that sort of brought me back 4 years ago. I think it was 2000, when was that, 2022? No, and what year was that? I can't remember now.
When Trump came as the president, not an
he came as the president.
Right.
And I don't believe Rainbow Joe, he is the ambassador for the city, is he not?
Technically, I would have to go with you are correct, sir.
Yeah. So being the ambassador of Erie, Pennsylvania, don't you think it would have been proper for our ambassador to greet Mr. Trump, seeing how he was the sitting president of the United States?
Yep.
When he went down and greeted the vice president.
Well,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh.
There is a difference, though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because Kamala, the Democrat, and Schimber's a Democrat, but Trump's a Republican. I got it.
Wow.
Holy man, oh man. It's tough, I'm getting older in my old age, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know yet.
And don't forget, Ryan Puppy Dog Bizarro was, chasing after Rainbow Joe, sniffing like he does, to make sure he was in the photo op. But yeah, I saw that on the news and wanted to make me puke when he wouldn't even come down. When the governor came to Northeast, which was my district, he was down at the police academy, being a former cop, being at my district. I wanted to be there. Brent Davis, myself, a couple other Republicans were out there. We looked around the room. You know what? There wasn't one Democrat elected official in the room. Not one. We all stood there in the formal greeting line. Not one. Not one Democrat. So we, as the ambassadors, as Brent Davis as the county executive, myself as the that was my district representative. We got all our suits and ties on, got a nice haircut and a shave. And we met the governor. I didn't realize how short he was. But the point is, you show up when they show up to show respect, and that you actually, care. Just like tonight, I went over to Brent Davis's budget thing over here in Harbor Creek. Where was our county council representative? I don't know. Probably dressed up as a zombie chasing little kids around. I don't know. He wasn't there.
Pretzel wasn't there?
No, sir. Nope.
Oh boy.
Hashtag where's Pretzel?
Yeah, I think it's unbelievable here in this neck of the woods, the politics that these people But anyways, you got to check that interview. They're all talking about.
I'll check it out. No, I checked it out, and I got some good intel. Mr. Sunday, just cleaned the floor with Pastore, whatever his name is, and of course, Dave just slaughtered, the tall, goofy guy that comes out every 6 months like Groundhog, Casey.
Yeah.
The Republicans are kicking ass. They know where the talking points are, but the Democrat cult party is run so deep with these people. And of course, I liked how Casey's like, well, yeah, you're a Trump guy. Yeah, it's better than being a Biden guy.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just saying. And then I heard a commercial. This blew my mind. I was driving down the road, heard a commercial for Bob Casey. He supported Donald Trump and this blah, 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 blah. Oh, now that your ass is in the ringer and you're getting unemployed, now you want to snuggle up to Trump a little bit. Pound salt.
Yeah, she got pretty angry on that interview.
Good.
Oh yeah, she got a little angry with Mr. Bear. But yeah, no, another one I noticed that deal with Kamala was, and I gotta put this email on spam, is Mr. Harkins.
No.
Yeah, he said because he sends me emails all the time. It's a standard email from the. But when I posed a question to him a while back, I never got a response from that question. But I do get the generic email from him, and this time he had the pictures with Kamala, him and Kamala.
No. Well, of course, he's African American, and that's who she's trying to nuzzle up to.
No, Harkins.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Maybe he
Harkins.
identifies.
Who are you thinking of?
I was sitting there reading about Horton.
Oh, you're thinking about Horton. I've seen that too.
Yeah.
Horton he was big with her too.
Yeah, I was reading while you were talking, and Horton popped in my mouth. Sorry.
Yeah, Horton. Yeah, he was over there with her too.
Of
but
course.
yeah, Harkins. He had the pictures with her in some back room somewhere. I don't know where it would have been. Maybe at the Civic Center. I don't know.
Chicken brown. Oh, wrong back room. Sorry, I was thinking about some other 70s music. Chicken brown. But yeah, no, they've got tons of room. They got guest rooms. They got athletes room.
Okay.
Yeah, they got tons of room back there. That's where all the deal making and bootlicking was going on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mark him on spam. I'm tired of getting his emails that don't really say anything.
No, it's what Democrats have is word salad. They don't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say
all right,
that.
Harry, have a good one then.
Man, thanks for your call. I appreciate it, Dave. Be safe.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Oh, as I said, I got to watch that Fox interview. I've been so busy between work and then getting together for this Saturday, Sunday. We got a big weekend coming up. Hurricane relief. Yeah, Kim, if you want to call in, of course you can. Dave called in, and we're gonna put an ad up here. Yeah, so Operation Erie, PA, hurricane relief drop-off location, Presque Isle Downs Casino on the lower parking lot, Saturday, October 19th and Sunday, October 20th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For a list of new items needed, please visit presqueisledowns.com/hurricane relief. Monetary donations will be accepted. Presque Isle Downs Casino is teaming up with the Veterans Miracle Center in Erie to collect much needed new items to send to those North Carolina affected by the recent hurricanes. So if you have nothing to do, you got a couple extra bucks. I know things are tight. We understand that. Please think about the people that literally lost everything. And also another cool event coming on is Veterans Appreciation Rally with Dave Cormitt, a Sunday candidate for U.S. Senate, and special guest Senator Tom Cotton, U.S. Senator from Arkansas, a little bit away from Saturday, October 19th, same time as the donation. So you can drop off the donations and swing down there and see Dave McCormick. That's Saturday, October 19th from 9:30 a.m. It doesn't say to when, to 340 Met Street. That would be the Sunflower Club. So if you want to see Dave and Senator Tom Cotton, stop down there. If you stop down there, encourage them to go buy some Kleenex or some diapers or something and take a trip up there and do his part to help the little people. But yeah, so Kim, did you want to call in? I'm waiting for you. Just got big news. I just got home. Tick tock, tick tock. I guess she's not going to. I could call her, I guess. But anyway, we are like I said. Let's jump right into voting. We still have about a week left I mean, literally, we got days left of getting registered to vote. I am so proud of the people of Erie County. We were looking at the numbers. It's she's got her own ringtone. Hi, Kim, you're live.
Well, hello, Brian. I just got back from Judge of Elections training.
We thank you for taking on that responsibility.
Well, I've got some great news for everybody.
Lay it on us, sister.
Well, the first thing is, I guess they got a grant to help pay for some new improvements and stuff. But part of that grant is during the last election, do you remember how it would get to be a certain time? They in other counties, not necessarily ours, because our girls are great. They would stop counting and shut everything down. And that's how we thought that they were taking in extra supposed, thousands of ballots would show up in the middle of the night.
Right.
Now, if they cannot stop counting votes once they start. Doesn't matter if it's 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Once you start counting ballots, they have to continue until every single ballot is counted.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. So that is something everyone might want to open up their ears to once they start. Another thing is nothing, the outside envelopes will be open, but the inside yellow security envelopes will not be open. Nothing will be opened until they open the polls that morning. So nothing will will be counted until the morning of elections. That's when they'll start counting ballots. So the minute they start counting until the very last ballot has been counted, there will be no breaks. Bam, bam, bam. Nothing will stop.
Good. That's the way it should be, because that'll eliminate so much bullshit and so much, oh my God. And, now we just got to have people down there to watch. In Erie County, I'm not too concerned, but we still got to have people down there to watch. Let's, make sure that we get some people scheduled. We have people that are night owls. We have people that are morning owls. So let's reach out to our vast networking of patriots in Erie County and make sure we have people there all night long.
Yes.
We'll bring
Another
coffee down.
big important thing is we still need 4 judges of elections. Sue Sheffield is begging people. We still need people to work these elections, guys. We need minority inspectors. We still need judges of elections. We still need clerks. So, guys, you get paid, okay? You get paid that night. This is such a hot election, such an important election. We need to make sure they're run properly. We need to make sure that there's no cheating going on, which I doubt hardly there will be. We have already some great people in charge. Mrs. Hernandez and her team, they're wonderful, but we need people at the sites working them. So if you're interested, please reach out to Sue Sheffield at the Erie County Elections Office. We are desperate to get some good people in there.
Right. That's some good information. Great.
Yes.
What other cool stuff did you learn today?
I learned a lot of great stuff. There's extra security envelopes. I'll tell you what, these people have been doing such a great thing. We learned about the machines, how these machines are tight, they're secure. We ran through a whole bunch of different ballots through the scanning machines. If there is one little thing wrong with it, those machines are going to reject it.
Yeah.
We were using the poll pads this evening. We were using all the equipment. I'm telling you what, Erie County is going to be safe, guys. I still encourage you. And we are getting 100+ people going down to the elections office, and they're doing their. So you know what, guys, if you have something going on the 5th, if you think there might be a possibility that you might have to go out and babysit your grandkid, or you're worried about the weather, because we never know with November.
Never know.
I encourage you, go down, visit the gals down there. They're always happy to take care of you and do the early in-person voting.
I went down there the other day. I went down on Monday. Went down there Monday because I thought it was a holiday, but it wasn't. So I figured a lot of people thought it was a holiday. I had like 0 minutes to wait. I walked down there. I walked in the room, right to my right, in the very new looking and secured office there. They have this locked door. They have glass there. So no shenanigans. And Miss
Right.
Fernandez, I said, "Here's my ID per the rules, ma'am," and she knows who I am. She goes, "You're absolutely right," and she's, Brian, and I sat there. I took some selfies of me voting, and I said, "Is it okay to take pictures?" She's like, "Yeah, you can take pictures." So I took some pictures, and it's on my Facebook. I was out of there in a couple of minutes. I went over to the old county council office, and Karen was there. She gave me a outside tour of the new and improved. They actually cut windows into the wall where there was a blank
Yes.
wall you couldn't see. All you could see is kind of through the door. They put huge, three big, huge windows so you could stand there, uh, bring a stool or whatever, to sit there and watch them. They explained to me the new sorters, the new cutters, and they have two more scanners because they know this is going to be a big race. So those are the improvements that we can see from the outside because I'm not allowed in there because I'm not on council anymore, and that's fine. I didn't ask for any special privilege, but Karen gave me a tour from the outside of of the windows. So there were some discrepancies about that. I'm like, okay, come on, Karen, what's this new window thing? And she's like, come on, I'll take it, Brian. Let's go for a walk. And so she showed me the windows. I mean, they look bulletproof. I hope we don't have to try to practice that, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's secure. There's a door there. You can watch there from the door. You can watch through the three windows. They,
Right.
they put a lot of thought into this to make sure that we keep that high standard. We set the bar high in Erie County. I voted early. Um, I was out there in 5 minutes, except for talking
Right.
to Karen. I was there for half an hour, but that's another story.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
another story.
you always want to talk to girls because they are wonderful. They
They
are
are
wonderful, wonderful people.
appreciate them.
Yeah. There are some new changes when you do go to vote. Now, if you are a poll watcher, remember to bring your certificate with you because a judge of elections is going to ask to see your certificate. You are going to be required to sign in. Anyone who's at a polling location, it doesn't matter if you're a voter, if you're there to turn in your mail-in application or your mail-in ballot, whatever. Everyone in that building is required to sign in. Okay, there's accountability for everyone in that building,
Good.
no matter who you are.
Good.
This is to protect you, the voter. It's to protect us as workers. Remember, guys, this is going to be a big election, and people are not worried so much about voting. They're worried about the outcome. So please be kind to the people working these elections, whether it's the minority inspector, whether it's the people running the scanners. Sometimes, we do get a bad batch of the ballots. When they go through the scanners, if those ballots are cut wrong by the cutters, sometimes they don't always scan properly. We might have to take that ballot. We might have to, spoil it and give you a new ballot. Please have patience with the people working. Remember, they're starting at 6:30 in the morning, and they're not going to get out of there until 9 o'clock at night, and they cannot leave the building.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please be kind. Remember, yes, they're getting paid, but it's not a lot of money for a whole day's worth of work. They're there from 6:30 in the morning setting up until after 8:30, sometimes quarter till 9 at night.
Right.
So
And that's a great point. And thank you for bringing it up. I didn't even think about that. Be cautious, be kind. Don't be a Democrat. And one thing about the ballots that I heard a little bit of ruffling of feathers and we've worked it out. The ballot has two sides. At the bottom of the ballot on the right-hand side, there is a red warning label. It says like please turn over or check second page. I can't remember what it's. I have a sample ballot on my Facebook page. Shows you exactly. I circled it for you. It's in big red letters to make sure you don't, because I'm telling you, you know who's on the back of the ballot? If you mess up, it's your state rep.
yes,
It's just
that's very important.
it's a
And
state rep.
and the people scanning those will try and watch for that, and they'll remind you, hey, don't forget the back. But please remember,
Yeah.
the people standing at the machine, when you scan it in, they are not allowed to
Nope.
touch that ballot. They're going to ask you to scan it yourself. They're there to assist you, but they will not physically touch that ballot.
Not allowed.
That's up to you.
Yeah, and like I said, I have a sample ballot, and as soon as we talk about state reps, look who jumps in the room, Matt Strupp.
Matt, hi Matt.
Yay!
We all
Thanks, Matt.
miss you.
We know you're deployed somewhere in the country doing whatever you do. Thank you, for what you do. If when we get off the phone with Kim, if you want to call in, you're more than welcome, like always. But I know you're. I don't want to. I won't ask any questions where you're at or any of that OPSEC stuff. But the point is, a race could be won or lost by a simple, stupid mistake by we the people. I went down there and voted to check the system out. I was out there in 5 minutes. Make sure that you, flip your ballot over because
Right.
and mine is Matt. Matt's in my district. So I have proof that I voted for you, Matt. Go on my Facebook page. I have proof.
Right. And remember, you don't always have to use the scanners. You don't have to use the paper. They do have the poll pads there. We tried them out this evening. They're wonderful. You go up, you just tell the ladies, hey, I'd like to use the poll pad. You don't even have to worry about it. You just go over to the poll pad, it signs you in. You don't even have to worry about a second side of the ballot. It takes you right through the whole thing. At the end, you hit print, it prints you out a little receipt. And that is a way for you to track your vote.
Right.
So they have a lot of great systems in place. Now, remember, if you are a poll watcher, you cannot talk to anyone in there that's voting. You can't even say, hey, it's nice to see you today. Hey, I hope you have a great day. You are not allowed to communicate to any of the voters, and you have to be 6 feet away from the voters the whole time. We welcome you. We're going to have you sign in. You're not going to have any problems whatsoever, but you are not to communicate or interact with the voters at that time. We want voters to feel welcome. We want them to feel that this is a secure location and it is a secret ballot, and we want them to have that privacy. So I feel that everyone at the elections office has gone above and beyond to make sure everyone feels that their vote is safe and secure and it is private.
Yeah. And let's clear up the 10-foot rule. There was some huge discrepancies on the 10-foot rule on the voting door. So,
right.
What's the official rule on that?
The official thing is, let's say your voting location is like the barn up at Asbury. The minute you walk in there, you are automatically you're right there. You're right in the center of the action. So if you're up there and you want to hold somebody's sign or you want to pass out literature, that's great. You have to be 6 feet away from that door. But let's say you're going to a school where they have like a little vestibule or something. You can be inside that school, and let's say the voting is in another room, such as a cafeteria or a gym. You have to be 6 feet away from the entrance to the voting section. So you are allowed in the building, but you have to be 6 feet away from the entrance to where the voting occurs.
6 feet? I thought it was 10.
Oh, yes. I apologize. It's 10 feet away. 10 feet away from the main doors to where the voting occurs. Thank you for correcting me.
That's
I'm still
okay.
stuck on the 6 feet away for the poll watchers.
I know. I just got a text from Brenda. I think it's 10. No, it's 10.
It is 10.
It-
Yes.
yeah,
Thank
so
you,
it's
Brenda.
10
Thank you.
foot.
Brenda's always got my 6. I love her to death.
It's a team
So,
effort. You're just here trying to
yes.
help and get the information out to people to make it
Yes.
as less stress as possible. So
Right.
if you're
So
a
let's say you're going now. Erie High is a good example. Okay. Erie High, once you enter those 2 front doors, the voting happens right there in the front. But let's say you're at Perry Elementary or you're at any of the other elementary schools. I know they have a huge vestibule area and you have to walk to the gymnasium. You're allowed in those doors, but stay 10 feet away from where the voting occurs, 10 feet away from like the gymnasium doors or cafeteria doors. So if it's raining out or something, yes, you're allowed inside of there. But please remember, be kind, don't be obnoxious, because the judge of elections probably will call the constable and ask you to leave the building.
Right. And if you have any discrepancies, if you have any questions about what the judge direction is, all you have to do is call down to the Erie courthouse, ask for one of the workers. And I know when I was on council, we had an issue. I literally said, "I'll go," and I jumped in the Hummer and I drove out there and we resolved it. No hurt, no foul. It was a misunderstanding, easy fix.
Absolutely.
So these
And
people.
every single judge of elections has a binder. So all you have to do is say, you know what? Can you please show me in the binder where it shows this rule? And every judge would be more than happy to sit there and show it to you. Remember, the judges have a lot of avenues that they have to be control of at all times. Not only they have to worry about you, they have to worry about their voters. They have to be aware of every single person in that building. So just give them a few minutes to look up the rules, okay? And we do make mistakes. We have a lot of paperwork we have to do. We have a lot of machines we have to keep an eye on. So just give us a little bit of extra time because we do make mistakes.
Yeah, Stan just typed in the room and I put it on the big screen. Same issue in Green Township, voting in cafeteria, short distance from the entrance doors. So yeah, I mean, this is so simple, folks. But I want to make sure we talk about it. It's
10
10
feet.
feet from the doors of the voting area. Now, like I vote down here on East Lake Road, the church. The outer doors is real close to the doors of where they vote. You can't stand inside. Same thing with the Harbor Creek. Now, the Harbor Creek Township building, different story. You go through a set of doors, you hang a right, there's a foyer, and then there's the actual room. I don't see a problem. I'd have to, as long as they take a tape measure out and measure the 10 foot, you stay back from the 10 foot, you're fine. Again, don't get into
Right.
a pissing contest with the judges. The judges will throw you out and you will lose this one. They will call a
Right.
constable. They will call somebody. There's a disruption. And they are not going to play with you. You will be removed. You're going to get work. They're going to work it out. It's not worth the hassle. Just listen. If you disagree, give them your opinion, and then call down there. They'll work it out. They will work it out. And I know, like I said, I physically drove all over Harbor Creek putting out little forest fires, and it was no big deal. That's our job. That's why we got paid 53 cents an hour.
Right. And remember, the judge of elections, their main priority is to make sure people, everyone feels safe. This is going to be a very, very, very hot election. And we already have seen the kind of response we get from the Party of Joy. So we have to make sure everyone feels safe. And a judge of elections has to be right in the middle. They can't be pro right. They can't be pro left. They have to make sure they stay right in the middle and follow the letter of the law, basically, right to the letter of the law.
Yeah.
So and there's a lot of things that we have to watch out for. We have to make sure, let's face it, in today's day and age, we have school shootings, we have crazy people, so we have to be on alert for every single little thing. So when you go in, just follow the golden rule and just be kind.
That's simple.
Just be kind. But let's talk about another great event. If you guys have a couple extra bucks, we're selling raffle tickets for only $1 a piece to help the hurricane victims. We're going to have a great showing, I'm sure, this weekend up at the casino.
Yeah, well, what we're raffling off is a custom-made Metalheads American flag, home of the free because the brave. The folks at Metalhead, of course, they're locally owned. Each one of them is handmade and painted. I've been up to the shop. They gave me a tour, and they will throw a light kit in also. It will be done and ready to go for this weekend, but there's pictures of it. So if you want to get it get a hold of Brenda. We can do them electronically. You can just Venmo or PayPal the money over, and we will just fill out a ticket and take a picture of it, and then you got your ticket. And if you win, you
Right.
win. That way, it's
And
tough running
Cash
around.
App. Brenda takes everything, Cash App, whatever, everybody has an extra buck and change laying around. And that dollar will go so far, to help out these guys. I know that I contacted my daughter with Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's was already sending down several truckloads of stuff. So she got together some gift cards that are going to be going down there in the name of Restore America. We've gotten a hold of our friends with Lowe's. They're sending stuff down. So guys, there's a whole list of things. Everyone can stop by the Dollar Tree if you're low on cash. Think about the kids. They have no toys.
Nothing.
Lots of things you guys can give.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a top shelf thing. And we're not being petty, but we're asking for new clothes because we had this problem last time. Is people donated like literally their Sunday holy pieces of crap sweatpants. Now, let's show these people some dignity. Let's show them the respect. Let's show them who we are. I'm not asking you to go out and buy a brand new set of Adidas track stuff. If you have a small coat for a child, that's come on, man. They outgrow them before they outwear them. You know,
Right.
if it's serviceable, hey, that's great because we know coats are expensive. Or maybe you got a little chubby and your last year coat doesn't fit and it's serviceable. We'll ship that down too. But don't go to the back of the garage where a skunk's been living in a box of old clothes. We're not shipping it. And what we have,
Right.
it broke our hearts because when we did the Katrina, we filled a dumpster of junk clothing.
Right.
We don't want to
And
do that.
here's a good one. Right now, Boscov's just put out an ad, 75% off all their winter wear. So I mean, guys, come on. I know everybody could. I just like to say, put yourself in their shoes. Treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Give something that you would like to have given to you.
Exactly. And again, if you got a nice pair of winter boots, think about it. It's October. It gets cold down there. If you got a nice pair of winter boots, yeah, thanks, Brenda, for putting a picture of the flag up. This is exactly what they're gonna what they donated plus a light kit, a backlit from the back. And if it's serviceable, we'll get them clean and we'll set them down. And like a pair of boots. Come on, people. I've got boots in there that I swear I bought and they're still in the box. You can give them up for someone that doesn't have anything because it's gonna get crappy down there really
Exactly.
quick. And I tell you
Oh,
what, I watched the videos of these folks taking old tractor trailers, setting them next to each other, and building a makeshift bridge over it so people can get their four-wheelers across it so they can get their supplies to them. God bless
yeah.
these people and these good old boys. I don't want to use the redneck name, but you gotta put it where it fits. So there's the actual
Good old boys is perfect.
I'm
That's the
telling you.
perfect.
There's the flyer that the casino is running on their website and on their Facebook page. We have one that we have one also, but this is the one we picked to use. So we'll be there on Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 6. We need volunteers to pick stuff up, put it down. We need people to maybe on Friday, if you're available, to help us pick up some of the stuff and get her done
I'll
because
be available for you too. And I gotta finish with this one thing. While I was at training, my camera picked it up. Your girlfriend from county council meetings lives around the corner from me. So I'm gonna have to borrow your net suit and supplies because
Fred
my
Teffer.
yard got contaminated by the Hagzilla this evening. I went with Karen Jackman to this training and we pull up in front of my house and what is in my planter? She goes, my God, Kim, what is a Harris sign doing in your front planter? I about had the heart attack. And I got on camera. Hagzilla put a Harris Walt sign in my front yard, Brian.
I would, what I would do? I would call the cops and tell her she's trespassing.
Well, the thing is, how my sidewalk is right by my planter. She never actually stood on my property. She was on the sidewalk and just stuck it in the planter. But that Hagzilla, she got me good, but it's okay because I have a beautiful Trump sign that the kids down the street said that they were going to stick in Hagzilla's yard. So tit for tat. But I'll tell you what, I don't know who did it, but I have to thank them. There were a couple Waltz signs in front of the Lucky on 18th Street, and when Karen and I were on our way back, they all disappeared, and it wasn't me. So
I'm glad to hear that.
Whoever it is that wants to make Erie beautiful again has done a great job because for some reason, all these Walt signs all over Little Italy have been disappearing.
Because they've got a couple, Democrat commandos that think they're special forces and doing all this. I mean, we had a bunch of signs torn out. Someone trespassed on a friend's house and they took Trump signs down, put up Harris signs. They have no couth. They have no respect. They have no dignity. All they care and all they do is hate.
That's it.
Hate.
Oh, and the sad part is, it's the parents teaching the children the same hate, because the kids that verbally attacked Brenda and myself, when you unfortunately the minute it was almost like they were watching for you to leave to go to work on Saturday, and they verbally attacked my poor Brenda, calling her racist and everything else. I mean, I almost said, no, she's not racist. She's an equal opportunity bitch. Because you know what? For them to go after her and demand a Trump sign like they were supporters, and then to take it and rip it up in front of us and call her a racist, it was just appalling.
I saw the video.
12-year-old.
I saw the video. But, you know,
yeah.
Kim, they only called me a racist because I told them they were going to be in jail.
It's like I said, children are not born this way. They're taught it at home.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, we watched the video. We were sitting here getting ready for the show. We pulled the memory card out of the body cam and working on our fine, upstanding Erie citizen that basically threatened me for just standing there. You know, they don't want you to have your First Amendment. They want to have them, and they utilize the shit out of them until we do it. Then it's like, oh, you guys are racist.
Well, you don't even have to talk. All we do is sit there and wave. All we do is wave. We don't even open our mouths. How can you sit there and flip people off just for waving and smiling at you is beyond me.
Old people. I've got old people flipping me off. I'm like, Jesus, don't you have any upbringing? I figured if you're like in your 90s, for God's sake, you were given some manners. They will flip you off. Now, I had one lady. She stuck her tongue out at me. I was okay with that. That's fine. It's not. It doesn't hurt. She stuck her tongue at me and drove away. I was like, yeah, that was fun. But they flip you off. They use profanity, and that's fine. And then we had a verbal confrontation down on the bed. I that's why I wear a body cam. So if you think you're not being recorded, someone's recording you. The car's recording you. I'm recording you. Brenda had when I left, Brenda had the body cam on and, caught these.
The great part was she
fine.
completely forgot about it. She's like, because I tried to take the kid's license plate. My camera, actually, it's a piece of crap phone. Didn't get it. It was blurry. And Brenda was kind of upset. I'm like, wait a minute, Brenda, Brian stuck the camera on you. She's like, oh my God, he did. So thank God you had the foresight to stick it on her, but it was like, my God. 12 and 14-year-olds spewing such hate out of their mouths. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. No, I got it.
But I'll tell you what, anybody who did not see the debates last night, you've just got to watch Dave Sunday going up against the Steve Pasquale, because the guy basically admitted he's never prosecuted anybody, doesn't have the knowledge. And whenever the narrator asked him, well, what would you do about this? And Dave Sunday goes, what would I do about it? I've been doing it in your county for years. Not only do I have the answer, I've done it, and I have successfully done it, and I have the stats to prove it. And then they asked the other guy the same question. He goes, well, as auditor, I found $53,000 missing. Well, big deal. What's that got to do with crime?
Yeah. That's Stacey Garrity. But yeah,
it was great. It was great. And Dave Sunday even put a few kudos in there. Was able to mention our great state treasurer, Colonel Stacey Garrity, and throw in how her being reelected will help him in his fight against crime. And I'll tell you what, Brian, I don't know what it is with Senator Bob Casey. I really think he loves spankings. It must be some kind of fantasy, because I'm telling you what, McCormick spanked him so many times.
No, I get it. But hey, I gotta get this rolling.
I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you have not gotten it's fall, it's getting cold, get your Trump hoodies from Brenda, because I'm telling you what, when you wear them, they are nice. I washed it 1,000 times. It's still got the great sizing in it. It feels good. And I'll tell you what, you're not going to get a better deal anywhere else. And on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Get out there and vote. And if you guys have some free time on the 5th and you want to get paid, volunteer to work the elections. That way we all know it's fair and it's done properly.
Yeah, it's
Love
getting
you
down
guys.
the wire. We got to get this done. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kim. Appreciate your update. Thanks for taking the class and being a
Appreciate
judge.
you and Brenda. I appreciate you and Brenda.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, Matt, if you want to call in, you go ahead and call in, because, you're running for state rep. We want to make sure that the people still hear you, and know that we care about you. I saw your big sign go up on East 38th by the VA. All your veterans are going to see that. Tim Kuzma and his lovely girlfriend put that up there the other day. I drove by. Your mom dropped off a sign here. I will, what? Gonna, yeah, okay. Stop it. Okay. All right, Matt, you're live. Thanks for calling us from wherever you are.
Destination unknown, right?
I don't ask. You're a lieutenant. I'm a sergeant. You're in charge.
Exactly. I had to call my NCO, my favorite campaign sergeant.
Right. So yeah, I see Matt signs going up. The big signs have been delivered. The one that's up by the VA is up. I have one that's going to go out here by the Harbor Creek Fire Department. Army veteran said he would take your sign with his collage of signs. He's got the best collection of signs in Erie County. I mean, he's got them all. McCormick, Kelly, Garrity, Trump. And then now Matt's going to be going up there too. So yeah. So how you feeling down there? Have you been busy cleaning up the hurricane stuff?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, especially in the Columbia area, Lexington, Charleston. They've all been hit kind of oddly to where I was driving through town and I saw different areas where obviously plenty of the traffic lights weren't working and nobody knows the rule apparently about treating it like a stoplight. So that was chaotic. And then there was one street needed to turn down to get somewhere, and there was an entire power line in the middle plus a tree on top of it, and it was
Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Luckily, like directly my housing wasn't out electrically or any of our utilities, but the towns right outside of it were. And I think my favorite thing to look at was one of the local officials of one of these towns. Because my first thought was, why don't they have the underground utilities if obviously you're in an area where the natural disasters are fitting for it? And their only response was, well, that's expensive. Like, yeah, it's also expensive to have to repair it every time a hurricane comes through. So
I understand.
Probably spend the extra money at one point and just do it right.
A lot of places require it if it's new construction. I know out here in Harbor Creek, I know that Stan just sent a message. Big Matt sign on Morehouse moving to Route 8 tomorrow. Stan, thank you for everything you do. I saw your pictures of the Trump and Matt sign. So yeah, he just typed in the chat room. I don't know if you can see it or not. I put it on the big screen. Matt sign on Morehouse moving to Route 8 tomorrow. Stan, you are a patriot.
I was real excited when we got a new shipment of signs in. I got a bunch of 4x8s in. Those were exciting because those were the first set of the big ones that I got. But I know my mom still has a bunch of signs that she's able to give out if people still need some. And I think in most cases she's able to drive them directly to you if she's got time. But yeah, so we got plenty of those. But one of the things I think was important when you first started here was like, I find it really interesting that this cycle especially, I mean, the majority of the Republican candidates have some sort of service in their history. Like Micah, obviously he served, I believe it was Air Force.
Yes.
Colonel Garrity, needless to say, MP for 30 years. And it's nice to see, definitely refreshing, because obviously McCormick and I believe Sunday was Navy.
He was an enlisted guy, and it's nice to see that all the money we've spent training these men and women, now they're starting to return back their investment of running for office and trying to be the leaders that they were trained to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always try to tell people, because they're like, oh, they just did it for this, or this. I'm like, nobody joins the army for money. I promise you, we are not in it to make money, because there is none to be found.
No, I get it. Come on, you're just a little butterbar. Wait till you get up to like colonel and major and all that fun stuff. You get to be a line officer.
Yeah, that's fair. Even because since I was enlisted for 2 years and I've been an officer for 2 years, I get the 01 with 4 years of service pay. So it's a little better than some of the fresh butters. But I should be getting, from what from what little birdies say, I should be getting promoted when I get back to Erie sometime.
Nice. Well, your mom just typed into the chat room. Contact me if you need a mat sign. Thanks, Colleen. We appreciate that. Like I said, we're here back in Erie doing what we can, building signs, handing stuff out. I'll be out locally in Harbor Creek, kind of passing out his brochures for the people that show up for voting. I've already voted. That's why I went and voted to clear my calendar and my day to just put boots on the ground and alas, hoorah. So your mom's in here saying, contact me if you need a mat sign.
Yeah, I also have a question that you might have the answer to, and I don't know if anyone else this will help, but if I don't get my mail-in ballot by a certain date, like what's the cutoff of like I should pester the
Well, they literally sent them out this week.
Okay.
Literally, I just talked to my mom and dad today. They got theirs in the mail today. So I would keep an eye. Now, is it being forwarded to you?
Yeah, I have
Wherever
it
you're
coming
at.
through the base postal.
Okay, right. But just keep an eye on it. We've got time. We've got enough time, but it's an issue of keep an eye on it. But they literally went out this week. I voted Monday. My mom told me today is Wednesday. They got theirs in the mail. They've already filled it out. It's going back in the mail. I said, don't forget to vote for Matt. They said, we didn't.
I liked when first thing I saw of the ballot was when I saw you post about it. I kind of chuckled to myself because the whole time I've started almost every other speech off with they made the ballot double-sided to fit my name on it, and wouldn't you know, I end up on the second page of the dang thing, and it's just the state reps on it.
No, that is funny. And of course, people get really confused. Well, that's not fair. The Democrats are at the top. Well, I don't know if it's a law or it's tradition. Whatever the governor is, whatever party he is, that's where the party goes first. So all the Democrats are listed first. Listen, your name's so big. If you missed it, you need more glasses because it's 6 inches long.
Yeah. It was definitely a funny moment for me. I liked it.
Oh, well, hey, we got Daryl Owens. Mr. Owens, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you. He is an Army major. I believe he just got promoted, but yeah, so High Major Daryl Owens. Yep. He just popped in the room and said hello. So, you guys need to talk. You guys will get along very, very well.
Oh, we have. He was at my fundraiser. He was the sponsor of my fundraiser.
There you go. Well, then you don't need. What do you need a good sergeant for? You officers hang out together at the club and drink martinis. You don't need a NCOs to do anything.
Yeah,
Megan
we go on our runs together, right?
Right. Yeah, Megan just typed in, that was my question because I haven't received mine yet in Boston. Yes, Megan, be careful. Just be patient. They literally went in the mail this week. They're showing up locally. Now, here's the great government that we work for. We send them from the post office. They do them all up in Erie. They ship them to Pittsburgh. They ship them all the way back to Erie to distribute them in Erie because it saves money. Your service sucks, but it saves money. So just be patient. If you don't get it by Saturday, definitely you want to call Monday morning to the Erie County Board of Elections office. Sorry, Board of Elections. Yeah, and then and check with them. But just give it a minute. Like I said, they went out. I went and voted in person. I asked. They said they're going out this week. My mom and dad verified it. They got theirs today. So they probably got sent out on Monday, all the way to Pittsburgh, all the way back to come all the way to Harbor Creek.
Yeah, well, one of the things I was worried about with that is because I was given pretty specific instructions on like what the attention line needs to be in order to be routed throughout the base correctly, and the comments box only had a very, very limited number of characters, so I had to squeeze in as much as I could, and I hope they actually read the comment section, because if I don't think they can actually get it to me properly if they don't, because if you just use the generic address, all right, you showed up at the base, but they have nowhere to throw it to me.
Well, yeah, there's how many wherever your base is and how many thousands of people in there, and I get that. You guys are just transient, so yeah, good luck with that. Yes, Dan Willings just typed in the room, and I put on the big screen. Still waiting on my ballot as well. I know we're all giddy. That's why I didn't do a mail-in ballot. I said I'm just going to sashay my backside down to the courthouse on Monday, and I did it. That way, it's done. I got to worry about any shenanigans. But Matt, wherever you're at, and where the other people where Megan's at, we understand you. Be patient. So be patient. They're coming.
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things I found out, I didn't know it was a thing until I was talking to some of my fellow LTs around here, is some states, I guess, for military specifically, that there's online portals for military members for certain states where they can vote because of our situation being slightly different. So
Right.
I mean, PA doesn't do it, but I mean, it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to find a secure way to do that. But I mean, if other states have figured it out, maybe there's a good way to follow pursuit on it. But
You young lieutenants are just so cute when you're so full of optimism. They came up with that. Trust me, it'll be about 10 years, and Pennsylvania always is like 5, 10, 15 years behind the times. And trust me, they'd screw it up. So yeah, it's a great idea, and I agree with you 100% because you guys and gals that are out and about everywhere, it's not fair. Because you're doing what we want you guys to do is make sure that we're safe and secure, but you guys are also kind of far away. But
yeah, and we were some of the bigger groups of like pre-pandemic. We were probably the largest users of absentee ballots.
Right.
And on top of that, we were when it really started kicking off the who they were disenfranchising. I would say military members beyond any were disenfranchised the earliest because they knew it was going to be mostly Republicans. Because let's be honest, most of the military here tends to lean that way. And that was the earliest group you'd see that, they were rejecting ballots for, that was back when they actually cared about the date and they cared about it being filled out proper. But then as soon as, Democratic leadership was more of the one to take the hold on it, then all of a sudden it's become a lot more lenient. But when it would have benefited us, it was not allowed.
Oh, totally agree with you. And that's they love to throw, oh, you guys are interfering with an election. Who is? Really? Because it's they're deflecting. Everything they when they point the fingers at us, there's 3 pointing back at yourself, and they're the ones being and snarky and violent and the party of joy. Just like, I don't know, did you see the body cam footage of that guy that got up in my face because I was just standing there minding my own business? You're lucky the cops are here. Dude, you almost had a face full of pepper spray. Trust me.
I'd like to see you try to take a swing at former MP Sergeant Shank.
Yeah, trust me, you wouldn't have got that close anyway, because you would have been in my 6-foot zone. You would have got, I'd have told you to stop. You would have got pepper spray, and then you would have been flopping around in the middle of 12th Street like a little fish out of water, crying for your mommy. Big meanie. Yeah, go ahead. You want to beat up an old 61-year-old guy? You knock yourself out. I'll pepper spray you. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to fight you anymore. I just pepper spray you. But yeah. So you got any ETA of coming home or?
I mean, I believe generically what I can say is around mid-December.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that should be what we're looking like here. So we had a few people here that they want to throw me a watch party since I won't be able to go to any of my own down there. So
right,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, and that's good. It's nice about the things that the military, the technology. You guys can do a lot of cool stuff, and have fun doing it. Like I said, we're all pushing for you, Stan and myself and the gang. We always have a brochure with us when we're out down. Getting people registered. Kim put together these little packets. Everyone's got a brochure of you and everybody in there, and we're doing what we can to help you because you're one of our, we're like the island of misfit toys.
See, another good one that me, my wife, and my mother came up with that we're going to be doing is we actually, I'll have to give them credit, but we got the idea sort of from when Zachariah Sheriff was running for school board, and when he came up to my house on Halloween, and his son gets candy, he goes away, and then his son comes back up. I thought he was just coming for seconds, and I didn't care. I was going to give it to him. But then he's like, my dad told me to give this to you. And it was a it was a coloring page that said like vote for Zachariah Sheriff and all that. But we were gonna, while we're giving out our candy, it's gonna be in our themed bags.
Nice.
So little easy things for the parents get a goodie.
And I'll give you this little secret. I don't know if I told you or not. You know what's a good gift to give away? I don't know if you have time to order them or not. Is fingernail files with your name on them.
Oh, interesting.
Someone told me that. I wish it. You see, I haven't seen you or talked to you, but yeah, fingernail files
Yeah,
with your
I mean,
name
I
on
guess
it
they
because
last long and it's necessity.
everybody uses them. Yeah, pens are cool. I had some really cool ones that lit up. You could put and it said what it said Shank for sheriff. You push
Yeah.
the button and the LED light. Come on, that was pretty cool. Those only went to the special people because they were kind of expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays it's like everyone has pens. It's like I grab some every time I go into my office over at Agressi. Like, so I got pens there. You got them at Northwest, all your banks. It's like I feel like pens are starting to get a little overused and overlooked, I guess.
Yeah, old timers told me about fingernail files.
No, that's smart. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go jump online real quick and get some. I don't like spending other people's money, but the folks that are pole watch or something, everybody uses a fingernail file, and they're long enough where you can fit your whole name on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I guess so.
I'm just saying, and I get that. But yeah, all right, my friend, I want to bring this thing in for a landing. I want to thank you for calling in. Be safe. Our prayers are with you. I bumped into your mom the other night and chit chatted for a minute or two. So, and she dropped off the sign and some literature. We're in Stan's doing what he can do. I'm doing what I can do. And you got your sign on the Trump trailer. So good, bad, or indifferent, you're getting represented, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw Tim and Stan, especially, they both were putting up a bunch of my 4x8s, and Stan's got the trailer all set up with it. So it's we got our own little Trump trailer starting, but it's a strup.
Yeah, it's a Matt trailer.
Yeah, so I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys covering the boots on the ground for me.
Right. Well, hey man, you anytime you're available on Wednesday night, you can jump in, chit chat. You can, wait till Kim gets off, and we'll give you as much time as you talk about. Just a friendly reminder: tell everybody who you are and what you're running for.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Matt Strupcheski, and I'm running for state rep of District 2. So that includes Erie 5th Ward, which is a very odd cutout that you probably have to look up if you're within it. And then it's Green Township, Summit, Wesleyville, and Harbor Creek.
Okay, if they need some information about you, website.
Yeah, so we have Matt Strupp for staterep.com. A little long, but that's as much as you can shorten a name like this. But so that has information. It has a policy Q&A, an about me page, contact me, all that. Or I'm sure you can get a hold of me or my mom on Facebook. My state rep Facebook is literally just Matt Strupcheski, state rep candidate, and my mother, her Facebook's Colleen Hanks, and I believe she's in the comments there.
Yeah, and she was in the room here a minute ago, and that's why I put her in the main big billboard saying, "Hey, if you need signs, get a hold of her." But yeah, young lieutenant, you be safe. Make sure you come home. If you don't get your mail-in ballot by say Friday or I don't know if you guys get mail on Saturday or not. I don't know. But maybe Monday you might want to call and check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
for
make it a
sure.
top priority, but make sure that, we're watching. But they're coming out. My mom and dad live in Harbor Creek. They got theirs today.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, all right, my young lieutenant, I'll salute you and you have a safe journey wherever you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime,
I
my
guess
friend.
I'll see you next week.
I'll be here.
Bye.
Shank out. So yeah, that was good. Matt that stopped in, his mom stopped in. That's good. It's nice to talk to the folks and make sure they get their props and helping out as the best we can because that really sucks. Right in election time, he gets deployed, but when you put your right hand up, you take that oath, you go where the man tells you. That's all we can do. So, Brenda, you got any more? I know you said you had some videos. Some fun ones.
I was going to say something about Biden and Harris.
Yes, what were you going to say?
Yes, what were you? But I don't like to curse. I'm scared there'll be little ears listening.
But if you had a message for the White House and how they've handled the situation up here in North Carolina, what would your message be, Sheriff Wright?
If you're going to do the things you've been talking about doing, we'd just assume you stay out of the way and let the good men and women around the mountain area and the foothills take care of our own, because you're nothing more than a boat anchor.
That's a sheriff. That's a county
No help.
sheriff.
FEMA hasn't been helpful.
Wait a minute. That lady that's running for president talks about the $750. Well, but all that money you give to Ukraine and all these other people that really want to kill us, don't want to do anything to help us, why don't you just give that money to them? That's who you want to give it to begin with.
And a lot of people have been turned down for the $750. Almost everybody I've spoken to hasn't received any of the funding, and they've been turned down for personal items.
Well, they talked about get on your phone or your computer. Do you not see what the devastation is? They don't have a phone or a computer.
There's nothing up here. There's no communication. I'm going to be posting this later. There's no way to access the internet unless you have a Starlink net. And everybody's...
Thank you, Elon Musk, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Elon Musk.
President Donald Trump, we need you.
What are the... Yes, that's a message for you, President Trump.
Now, that is a county sheriff that actually, I don't know, gives a shit about his people. And he didn't want to say anything bad, so he just spit on the ground, in that good old Southern accent. And he's like, you know what, we'll take care of this. And I tell you what, I watched these videos coming out of here. They are taking care of business. They are taking collapsed bridge pieces, putting them back together like a Lego set, and building a temporary bridge. Now I'm waiting for the government to come in and say, no, you guys got to tear that down because it doesn't meet specs and it wasn't done by union labor and it what. No, these people are trying to get food and medicine to the people that have been stuck out there for weeks without any help. And here's this guy saying, well, yeah, they apply for it if they have phone, if they have internet, and they've been turned down. They've been turned down. So Linda says, I got my ballot, but not that. I don't know. It's the mail. God only knows what they're doing. Any good comments here? Yeah. It would be, if I would, long commute to come back to here. Yeah, Megan, we get you. We understand that. But no, that's what we do. So, yeah, I mean, be patient. I know you guys and gals are very, very excited to elect Donald Trump as our next president and send Sniffy and Tampon Timmy back to where they came from. It's up to you and me. Too big to rig. Greg Carr, I tell you what, I was following you on social media and I was absolutely dying on your post. Dying. I actually think I had pop come out my nose. I was laughing so hard. Greg Carr went to the Harris rally and he had a Trump hat on, and it was amazing how dumb these people really were. They didn't even catch it. That takes some, intestinal fortitude to go to a rally. Yeah, Brendan just said we know this video's audio is really low, but it is absolutely hilarious. So I'll turn it up here. Turn up your volumes just a little bit. Don't forget to turn them down. So, Brendan, go ahead.
Yes, like getting up my glasses. Stop clapping. With 3 weeks in the race, Kamala gets lost in space. True, Harris should stay out of the bars before she talks about stars. In a recent interview, she answered a question about crime with an astronomical analogy. Roll it, Doris.
There's this whole, I talked with somebody once who said, if you just look at where the stars are in the sky, don't look at them as just random things. If you just look at them as points, look at the constellation, what does it show you?
She's right, I learned that in 3rd grade. Stars can appear to be random, but together they form a picture. I know, it blows your mind. For example, I looked up at the sky last night and I took a picture of a really interesting constellation.
Oh, Lord, this guy is so funny.
Molly, you're an astute political observer. What is I can't figure out if she's not trying because she knows she's going to lose, or she's not trying because she knows she's going to win no matter what.
Oh, that's a worrisome question.
Yes.
Every time I hear her talk, I'm always thinking, is this Kamala who's had a lot to drink, or is this Kamala who's high? And I felt like this seemed more like the latter rather than the former. But this is her whole problem, is that I don't know if we've had anyone run for office at this level with this low of intelligence, and it just keeps coming out over and over.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget to turn the volume down on that one, because like I said, sorry, that wasn't us. That's the recording, and there's only so much we can pull it and get it to work. But Brenda found that one and she showed it to me, and I was howling on that. So, Brenda, do you have any more videos you want to get out of the
The
way?
town of Hanson Municipal Water Tower on High Street has become the talk of the town.
He has a right to do it, but at the same point, it's got to be respectful.
Paul Riley lives right near the tower. He says he became a little bothered once the town started using their resources Friday night to blur the Trump 2024 image.
You shouldn't tie up police and other resources for something like that.
We tried to talk to the man who has the projector on his property to display the image.
We just wanted to know if we could talk to you about the tower.
He shook his head inside the door, saying no. Hanson officials say displaying this image violates the town's bylaws and misleads the public to believe this activity is condoned. They do not allow any political endorsements on municipal property, but they do respect free speech rights of all residents. The town says a lot of taxpayer dollars may be spent, including attorney fees and paying workers overtime to turn this spotlight on and off each day. The town says the resident could be fined $100 per day if it continues.
I gotta tell you, I put this video on my Facebook page, and I opened it up saying this guy gets an A+ for originality. Think about it. Think how big that tower is. Think how far he has to push that light to make that image. And the city's so dumb. They're renting. That was from the police department. They had the police department lights to light up the tower to wash it out, and it still didn't. I want to know what kind of projector that guy is using, because I'm telling you that's got to be a professional grade. I mean, just something you don't buy on Amazon. Last two videos back, but yeah, Brenda's got a couple more videos. Go ahead and play them, Brenda.
America, I have a message for you. If we allow Borders R. Harris to win this election, every city, every community in this great country is going to go to hell. The untold millions of people, unvetted, who she has allowed into this country that are committing murders, rapes, robberies, burglaries, and every other crime will continue to put our country in peril. Only one man can fix that. That is Donald J. Trump.
The state of Massachusetts is now asking families to house illegal migrants in their homes.
If you have an extra room or suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Safe housing and shelter is our most pressing need. Become a sponsor family. You can contact the Brazilian Worker Center for more information on how you can step up if you're willing to have an additional family be part of your family.
The state of Massachusetts is now asking families to house illegal migrants in their homes. $45 million a month is currently being spent to house migrants in Massachusetts, yet the government claims they are still being overwhelmed. The Massachusetts government asking American families to house illegal migrants has garnered controversy from commenters online. Commenters claimed that we should be focused on housing our own homeless citizens and that housing illegal migrants should be considered harboring a criminal. But what do you think about the situation? Would you be willing to house a migrant family? Comment your opinion in the comment section down below.
that is truly disturbing that the government is asking you, we the people, to harbor felons. Now, last time I remember, it's been a couple years since I've been out of the police county, but that's illegal. You can't harbor a felon knowingly. Now, this is what a challenge I want you all to do. When you're driving down the road and you see that one or two Harris signs, take a picture of it and send it to these folks in Massachusetts and say, hey, we have people in Erie, Pennsylvania that are willing to take care of these illegals. Here's their Harris sign. This is a Harris Joy, and bring people here and bring them into your home, unvetted, unvaccinated. Remember how our government locked us down and we had to keep our papers with us? That is your papers, bitte. It's almost like World War II in Nazi Germany. You couldn't go anywhere without a shot card. You couldn't get on an airplane. You couldn't go to a restaurant. You couldn't go downtown to do anything unless you had your shot card on you. But these people are allowed to come in here unvetted, unmedically checked, and they want you to take them in their house. So I think it's only fair that all these people that are supporting Kamala Harris, that have a sign in their front yard, they should be put on a list and take these illegals. I think it's a fair idea. Well, watch the haters blow up on this one. But yeah, so I mean, and I get that. But if anybody wants to do a last minute call, you can. We're right around the hour and a half mark. It's time to start winding this thing down. But if you wanted to, if you wanted to give a quick call and voice your opinion on anything we talked about, I'll give you the opportunity. A short call. But other than that, we're just like tired. Hang on one second. Woo! Yeah, this cold thingy, I was warned by a good friend of mine. He's like, it's going to be there for about 3 weeks, Brian. Nah, come on. I hit these things hard and they go away. Nope. Well, see, I can read the caller ID. It says BrianErieAmmo.com.
Hey, what's up, Brian? How's it going?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm looking for my kids' gym clothes actually right now because I have gym tomorrow and I can't find them. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to call and say what's up.
Well, we appreciate that, and we've been giving you like top billing because you're like our ace number one business supporter. Brenda figured out how to put your little logo up here in the corner.
I saw that. I wanted to say thank you. Appreciate it.
No, we're here for about we the people. You're a small business guy. You're taking the first step to come out on your own, be your own business guy. I respect that. And
Trying.
You sell cool stuff, man.
Oh yeah. I can't get enough of it. I'm always thinking about guns and ammo and all that stuff.
Well,
the best, but
tell you,
there's unhealthier obsessions, right?
Yeah, we could be sitting at a bar right now, like Kamala Harris, being drunk or high or whatever she does, and trying to figure out the world problems and telling people how wrong we are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know about figuring them out, but definitely getting high.
Well,
Tackling.
when we've all had just a little bit too much drink, how intelligent we become. We know everything. We can answer every question, solve every problem.
You become an expert on everything. It's great.
Just kind of like our vice president, because I swear, I'm not just being meanie. I swear she's drinks half the time. No way. She can't.
Probably.
Yeah. So
you're Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi worked for John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's how old she is.
Retire.
Go away.
Yeah. No, these lifetime politicians are no good. They're so out of touch. It's unreal.
And they're multi-millionaires, and they don't.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens.
Yeah.
They become genius investors. It's really something.
Amazing the friends they have, and they peddle their influence for wink, wink, no insider trading. But man, poor Martha Stewart, they put her away in federal penitentiary for making a few bucks on a stock. But these clowns do it all day long.
He must have pissed someone off, I guess, or something.
Yeah. Well, Stan just checked in and said, "Hey, good night, everybody. I got to wrap things up." He's one of those very hard working guys that actually, I don't know, works hard, and he's a machinist and fabricator and builds cool stuff. So yeah. Good night,
Right
Stan.
on.
Thanks for everything he's been doing. So yeah, I mean, we're just, I think it was a good show. We had a lot of good calls coming in. We had some great videos, and we just want to make sure that everyone's voice is heard. We try not to stifle anybody unless you're a Democrat. Because you know what? They don't they
They
do it
have
to
enough
us.
platforms. They got
Well,
like all the platforms. So.
CNN, Erie News Now, pick one, the local and
Yeah,
everything. Did you see the body cam footage of the guy getting up in my face downtown?
I did not.
Okay, well,
No, did you post that on Facebook?
no, it's actually just when we're off the phone and I wrap the show up, just go to the show beginning and just watch about 15 minutes in there. I mean, I was literally we were out, saying hi to Kamala Harris at 12th and State, and a black gentleman walked up behind me and goes, "Lucky the cops are here." I said, "Really? You're gonna threaten me?" Now I have a body cam on. I said, "Really? You're gonna threaten me? You got something to say? You got something to say? You're lucky the cops are here." You're
Oh,
gonna
geez.
threaten me in front of the cops, and then now by this time he's in my personal space. Now, any tactical guy would have never let him within 6 feet. 6 feet's the magic number. Here's
Yeah.
here's the thing. I had 4 cops right with me. I didn't have to lift a finger. Those cops bum rushed him, pushed him off me, and "Hey, you look, these cops are here." No, you would have probably got a face full of pepper spray because I carry pepper spray
I was
too.
gonna say, yeah. Do you whip out the, the pepper
I
spray?
didn't have to. I had 4 of one of Erie's finest,
Uh,
Erie PD, and most of these guys still they know who I am. They knew I ran for sheriff. I had their endorsement from Lodge FOP Lodge 7 for sheriff. So they know who I am. So, I was standing on the sidewalk. They're like, "Hey, don't stand in traffic." No kidding. And here comes the motorcade at like Mach 5 across State Street. We were just standing there with the Trump sign. "Lucky the cops are here." Well, it's actually pretty lucky because you wouldn't have got 5 feet with
you're lucky, buddy.
you would have talked to Mr. Pepper Spray. And
No, I tuned in like half an hour and like 8:30, so I'm gonna have to watch it on the replay.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like I said, that's a nice thing. It's on 4 formats. You can watch it here on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube and or Rumble or Instagram or X. Speaking of which, how many people are watching? I get stats on this. Yeah, no
I
one
need
on
to get back
X.
on Rumble.
What's that?
I said I need to get back on Rumble. I was on Rumble for a while watching stuff. They really got better lately, from when they started, but I like them a lot. But I've been watching on YouTube because I can, minimize it and do, my work. I do all my work on my phone, so it's like
Oh, I
I
understand.
can have you in the corner and
Aw,
then
thanks.
checking my emails.
Thanks, buddy. You're multitasking. You're a
You got
you're a
to
mover and a shaker in the business world.
trying.
No, that's why we met. I liked you. You get it. You don't come off as a butthead or like, let's help this guy out, and I hear you.
Appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
hear you and my wife are working out a deal with some
Some
t-shirts. So
shirts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah, I'm
she,
excited about those.
well,
I
yeah,
want to get some for myself, start, showing them off
hey,
downtown.
when I have when I'm downtown, I have my hoodie on, boots on the ground. I have a t-shirt, I get a special discount, but a couple t-shirts, boots on the ground on the back, and that's what we do. Hand out. I make little cards, and then I make the palm cards for the older folks who don't have to put their glasses on to read them.
Right. Well, that's nice of
Yeah,
you.
that's they're we call them palm cards, but I just call them business cards for old people. Yeah, Greg Carr wants to call in. Greg is a good solid Republican, but he went to the Harris rally and was posting videos and making fun of Democrats all night long. So I'm gonna cut this off so Greg can call in real quick and he can give us an update of his experience at the Harris rally.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Brian. That was Brian from ErieAmmo.com, local business guy, startup guy. You need some ammo, which you should at this point. Um, put some pennies together. Stop by ErieAmmo.com. Talk to Brian. He'll hook you up. Greg, if you want to give me a call, the line is free. You know the number? Yeah. Yeah, Brendan said, yeah, I hope you have your shirts done by then. Well, come on, Greg. You said you're going to call in. Can I give you a quick call about my experience? Yeah. The lines are open. We're all sitting here waiting with bated breath. Area code 814-873-3612. That's my cell phone to bring you right live with the show. Need to play some elevator music while we're waiting.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Mr. Carr, you are live, boots on the ground. Give us your in-depth report on In the Bowels of the Beast.
I have to tell you, it was an amazing experience. Some people thought I was crazy going, but I just had to see the behind the scenes of it. You know, I actually know the North Carolina Women for Trump, and they want there so that they can actually see what the venue looked like.
Right.
Because they work a lot of the Trump venues, pretty much all of them now. They seat the VIP and all that, but they just wanted to get an inside look at what an actual terrorist rally looked like. So I says, you know what, I'm all in, I'll do that. So, I mean, I stood in line with these people, and just the way they talk and the things that they say, it's just unbelievable. I mean, we're definitely dealing with a totally different group of people here, you know. And they actually had a guy that was trying to recruit people to be a poll looker, not a watcher, a looker.
Right.
And with that, yeah, you probably know what that means, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they were trying to recruit that bad, but what I said, I had to watch what I said, because a couple things I said that people were starting to catch on in the line, because what I said is, I said, that's kind of funny that you don't want people to show ID, you know, voting. I said, but everybody's going to show ID to go into this event. You had to have your driver's license and show ID to go in.
I saw that. Oh,
so,
yeah.
which I didn't. I walked right by it, you know. So
Well, yeah.
My experience inside with the hat, I also had a Trump shirt on underneath the Trump, you know, shirt. So my whole goal was, and which I did real well at the beginning, because I'm pretty used to going to rallies. I've been to over about 3 rallies, you know. So I know how to get in VIP sections and,
right.
and things like that. So I actually sat right behind her where the cameras were facing me. And that was my whole goal, because I wanted to put the hat on and right behind her and be on TV. So I had all these people waiting, you know. So I didn't want to have a MAGA hat, because I would have been thrown out right away. They would have caught on.
Yeah, they saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually, my hat had a 47 on it, and then above it was the waves of Trump's hair.
I see.
You know,
I was
howling. Yeah. So,
howling.
It was amazing. So one guy saw my hat and he goes, "Hey, what's that hat all about?" You know, and these people were serious. They watched every move I made. And I said, "I don't know. I bought the hat outside." I says, "I think that's maybe the sun above the 47. I don't know." And so he kind of blew it off. But I did very good with that hat until the end. And then these people started discovering it. And I'll tell you how nasty they are.
Oh, I can imagine.
I was live when this one woman finally came over to me, and she first screamed and said, "Did you get enough footage? Did you get enough footage?" She's screaming at me, and I'm like, at first I didn't get it that she discovered the hat. And then all of a sudden she goes, "I know what that hat's all about." And she started flipping me off and hitting me with her sign. So this was all live, and my friends were watching it laugh. They're like, "What the hell is going on?" So vicious. So you know what happened? I went back to look at that live feed, and Facebook deleted it. And the other ones they didn't delete, but they deleted that live feed. And I'm like, holy cow. I mean, they're real good. So they must have seen what happened and didn't, you know, they don't want me to post that and to say, "Hey, this is the Democrats, this is how they roll."
Right.
And they were, you know, I also was holding the Harris sign. I got a sign. I kept holding it upside down. And these people were having a friggin' fit in my area, you know. "Hey, you keep holding that sign upside down. What's that all about?" You know. So they watched every move I made, you know, when I was in there. But then after, I told the lady, I says, "This hat has nothing to do with Trump." So then I got high when Harris was walking back. I wanted her to see it, so I was kind of in the view of her, and I had taken the shirt off that I had the Trump shirt underneath, and now they all discovered me big time, and they were just friggin' all over me. They're like, "We knew it, we knew it." And the whole time, the funny thing is, there was an officer above me in the balcony, and he knew what the hat was, and he kind of looked down at me, and he give me the like, "All right, you're gonna get yourself in trouble." So it was hilarious. But when I left there, I left with my Trump shirt on, my hat on, and I walked up to a few officers and I said, "Hey, thank you for your service." And this whole group, they did a double take at my shirt and my hat, and they go, "No, thank you." So the support for, we all know what their support is for sure. But I have to say, the guy in the loudspeaker at first said, "How many Latino friends are in here?" And there was hardly anybody that even cheered, right? So then I think that's why he didn't say how many African Americans are here. He didn't go there because there wasn't, from what I seen at that rally inside, there was hardly any blacks, it was just weird because I would have thought she would have had more support because that's what she's trying to claim. She's black, vote for me. But basically, that's an insult. And the blacks that I know that go to the Trump rallies, they're aware of that. And they tell me all the time that that's a major insult to us to try to play the black thing like you're black to get our vote. They're not stupid.
And
So
she's not black.
Getting the black support, huh?
And she's not black.
And she's not black, so that's why they're not liking it. She's like making it look like they're stupid and vote for me because I'm saying I'm black. I'm identifying as a black person, so vote for me, right?
You're right.
So
In my backstory is it kind of like it piggybacks what you just said. I was downtown, and then I was talking to a couple of Erie PD guys, and we're chit-chatting. We're waiting for the motorcade. And the one cop goes, what's really funny? He goes, when we worked the Trump campaign, the people walk by, "Hey, officer, thank you for your service.
Exactly.
Hey, officer, appreciate you. Hey,
Right.
officer, be safe." He goes, "These Democrats are absolutely rude." I said, "Well, yeah, because they want to defund you. They don't want you people here. They chased you guys down like dogs during the BLM riots. They burned your police cars. They burned your police stations. They don't want you guys because you're in the way of their havoc and chaos." So, yeah, I appreciate that story, and I wanted to piggyback off yours, but you are a brave soul, my friend. Really.
Let me tell you, my friends were saying, "Are you out of your mind?" My Facebook was blowing up, my live feeds. I couldn't even believe how many people were actually on it watching.
I was watching. I was watching.
Yeah, people were just like going crazy, and then more and more started coming on, and that's why I went live so long because I wanted to get everybody a view of what it actually looked like there. And one thing I noticed too is the rally started, and there was a lot of bleachers that were empty in the top.
We saw that.
And that flow of people were not coming in gradually. Then all of a sudden, the flow of people was just like, an assembly line going to those areas. So, I'm not going to say the buses were there, but it was kind of strange on how those empty seats filled up real quick.
There was a gentleman that I don't know how he does it. He tracks cell phones, and he was tracking their locations, where they came from. Only a small number of those cell phones were from Erie.
Right.
They were from out of town. They were imported. They were bussed in. Somebody put some pictures up of where were the buses parked. God, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they showed the buses where they brought these people in. So this whole thing is a psychological operation. It's all full of shit.
And I'll confirm that because I had got there about 1:30. Okay, the doors opened at 3. I walked right to the front of the line.
Right.
I mean, and that doesn't happen at a Trump rally. You got to get there a couple days before, or
better bring a tent and some food.
You're not getting in. You know what I mean? So I got there and walked right. Matter of fact, there were some officers across the street, and I kind of said, Hey, is that where the Harris rally? Want to call it that? And then I didn't know if they were thinking I was a Harris supporter, but I put my Trump hat on and I said, "Wish me luck," and they all started laughing.
Man, you better be
Right?
careful. If you're not careful, I'm going to get bumped out of my number 2 spot. I'm like the number 2 most hated Republican. You might be bumping me out, and if you bump me out,
I might bump you out.
I will take a tactical step back and I'll let you have it because you earned it.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you. But there's some people said, "Well, why would you even sit through that or whatever?" It's just like once in a while I have to watch CNN. I have to see or hear what they're saying so that I know what kind of bullshit they're trying to pull, right? And same with this rally. It was real interesting to listen to these people. I can see where I even would ask them, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" I was doing a lot of snooping, and there was a lot of school teachers, bus drivers.
No. Let me put my shock face on.
Yeah, the most of the people that I seen there were like younger, purple-haired girls, that type of a deal in line.
I understand.
So,
Well, no, because us old farts that have worked their lives, that have paid taxes, know what this kind of crap Harris and her
right,
gang of communist socialist freaks want to do to this country.
exactly. Yeah, and one kid, he's like, and I filmed him live when he was saying it, and he goes, "I'm so glad that Harris picked an older white guy so that he could get all the older white guys votes." And I'm like, then I got close to him. I said, "What was that you said again?" And he goes, "What? What do you mean?" I said, "About getting the older white guys votes, and you're glad that she picked an older white guy. Would you want somebody that's fit for the position, or are you just trying to get somebody to get votes?" So I had to watch what I said because people were listening and they're thinking, "Hey, why is he questioning?"
Here's the
then
fun.
he backtracked.
Here's the funny part. He's only 1 year older than she is.
Right, exactly. And he's calling an older white guy, and he's like, "Well, I didn't say that." I said, "Well, I kind of got you on film here. You did."
Right.
So I had to be real careful
No,
because
I get it.
some people were kind of getting suspicious. But what I have to say is, I think, just like Trump rallies, I didn't look like I should be sitting in that seat because they kicked me out when I was right behind her. And then I tried to go to another section that was close, and they were on me again. So I'm thinking, they kind of sniffed me out a little bit because these people do pay attention to who's behind her.
Oh, absolutely.
So it like towards the end or when it was beginning to start, another kid came over and he says, "Well, you can't even be in this area." So I think what blew my cover is I was doing a lot of videos of the empty bleachers, and of course I didn't have nothing that said Harris on, so they were getting a little suspicious of me, so I had to move to a different section. But it was a good section because it's right where she walked out.
Nice.
And yeah, that's when I wanted to put the hat on. And actually I did see me with the hat on because I went back and tracked some, and they filmed her when she came out, and I was right there with my hat. But that was my whole goal. But the whole goal was to just see who these people are, listen to them, see who's attending that rally. Because the TV doesn't tell you much. Basically, they just show her and maybe once in a while the crowd, but you don't see up close.
No, of course.
Don't get to listen to them talk and what they're all about.
Right.
And when you're saying that they're nasty, Brian, they're nasty.
Oh,
These
we
people
understand.
are not friendly.
No.
They don't smile,
No.
even in the line.
No.
They're a totally different breed. And like you're aware that I had my boat rallies, and when we got up to Bemis Point, the small town, and these are adults flipping us off, yelling. And I specifically told my DJ that was here, when you get up there, do not flip them back off. Blow them a kiss. Don't ruin your day, and don't give them anything. So I made sure that he told the people on the boats over and over and over again, do not engage, do not get on their level, because it would have ruined your day anyways. And these people are just nasty people, and these are adults that were with kids,
right,
that were flipping us off. They're with their kids, we're on their boats, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
Oh,
I never do that. If I see a Harris sign or someone has a Harris sticker, I have never once flipped anybody off. And the Trumpers that I know that go to the rallies, have not either, as far as I know.
Well,
You
right,
know.
and that's a key to the whole thing. They are counting on us being passive. They are counting
Right.
us being nice. We have to
We're-
dig our heels in, and you know
Yes.
what? When we're down the dock, we get some really nasty people. But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
98% of the people come by, thumbs up, a horns,
Right.
beep beep beep. Can we get a sign? Hey, can we buy a hat? And it's all positive. But you know,
Right.
I'm going to give you the award for the bravest and the biggest. You know, that I know of to sit there through that torture
Oh my
of
goodness.
yeah.
It was torture, I have to say, but you know what? It was very entertaining to just observe, you know, because I was in a few different sections because I was thrown out of this one and that one. And the guy says, well, the good spot that you can go that you could sit is it was in the bleachers almost behind the flag. And I'm
Right.
thinking, these people are on to me. There's no
Yeah.
question. And I didn't even have the hat on at that time.
What
You know,
we
it was before I made my move.
yeah, we appreciate you. I'm gonna bring this thing. I'm gonna run this. Thank you for your call. Thanks
You
for
got
the
it, right?
boots on the ground live from the floor of the Harris Commie Cult Party meeting in Erie, Pennsylvania. You be safe, my
Yes, sir.
friend.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
See ya. Oh, I was watching him on Facebook howling that this guy, I know he's a 100% red, white, and blue bleeding guy. And he was sitting at the Harris rally. I was howling, you know. Yeah, Brenda's got one more quick video, and then we're gonna bring this thing in for a landing. So Brenda, go ahead.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat. They're eating the dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're eating the cats. Meow, 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 meow. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're eating the cats. Meow, 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 meow. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're eating the cats. Meow, 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 meow. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're eating the cats. Meow, 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 meow. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I knew she was gonna slide it in there. I knew it. 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 See, that's the thing. When you gotta trust your producer 100%, and that's like her crazy favorite song. But we're gonna go ahead and bring this thing in for landing. It's been a good 2 hours solid. I appreciate everybody called. I appreciate your input. I appreciate everything that we're doing to make this happen. I know we're gonna be victorious. I feel it. The stars are lining up, like Kamala Harris says. Whack job. Um, they're still registering to vote. There should be no excuse for anybody not registering. I would highly suggest two options at this point. I would go down to the courthouse, register in person, or I would go online and register online because I don't think you have enough time to get the mail-in ballot request registration in and back to the courthouse in time. This is way too important. Uh, you know, our lives depend on it. Our family lives depend on it. Our country's lives depend on it. We got to get this right. We only have one chance to do it right. You can go down the courthouse. You can vote in person early. I did it. Painless. Painless. If you want to see how it's done, I took some pictures. It's on my social media, just Brian Shank, of how painless it is, and you get to see the smiling, lovely faces of the men and women downtown that make this magic all happen. And they are on our side and they're working for America. That's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democrat thing. It's truly an American thing. And they take their pride in their work. We've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to make sure it's secure. It will be secure in Erie County. I can't fix Philadelphia, and there's nothing we can do. So, Brenda, if you want to roll our outro, I would appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for coming out.
All the things were gone. I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it! God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Okay, everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for spending a Wednesday kind of chilly evening and damp outside. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your calls and everything we do. A special shout out to Brenda for everything she does to keep the show on track and making sure we, the people, come together. A special shout out to our brothers and sisters at 814 Patriots. They've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of projects together. We're growing. The numbers are growing really, really well. And I'm really proud to be a member and standing shoulder to shoulder, being the Patriots that we are in Erie, PA. So I want to personally thank you. Let's get out and get registered to vote. There's some people that are not being taken care of. Let's take care of them. Let's get them registered. If we have to drive down there and get them signed up on an iPad or something, let's get that done. It's our future. Thank you all for coming out. God bless America. And like we always say at the end of one of my little chit chats, Shank out.